Hey everyone, alright, so this part of the video is basically catered towards the red dot. First thing we're going to go over is the red dot sight picture. Contrary to the front sight post, the iron sights, where you would basically put the target that you wanted to shoot at right above the top of the post, where the red dot is a lot more intuitive. You basically, once it's calibrated, just put the red dot on top of the target and pull the trigger, and that's basically how the red dots work. Where it gets a little bit confusing is the calibration process of getting it to work like that. In actuality, it's very counterintuitive when you're dealing with the dials. So basically, here's a couple of situations where once you've got your sight post already zeroed, what I like to do is I like to get the dots actually right on top of it. That's how I know that the red dot now is also zeroed and co-witness. Basically, your end result wants to look like this. In these two particular situations, after you mount your red dot and you're about to begin the calibration process, you might notice that the red dot is off canter, or it's off, angle and whatnot. So what I've noticed is on the dials, you actually need to turn in the opposite direction. So as you can see here, the dot is already to the left of the front sight post. However, if you move the dot further to the left, it'll actually bring the dot to the right, okay? In this particular situation, you can see that the dot is high and to the right. You actually want to bring it to the right, turn it to the right on the dial, which will actually bring the dot to the left, and then rotate the other dial for the elevation up, so that you'll bring the dot down. So basically, this is what the end result will look like. I know that it sounds confusing, but the key thing is once you've calibrated your front sight post, you don't have to worry about getting lost as far as the red dot in which direction it's going. If you still happen to go in the wrong direction, all you got to do is go the other direction until you end up with this kind of sight picture, and that's basically how you dial in and zero your red dot sight. Alright, so this is the demo part on how to basically bring in your red dot, and we're just going to simulate bringing in the red dot so it gets co-witnessed with the front sight post. As you can tell, the dot is high and to the right, so we'll start calibrating right now to bring it into where it's supposed to be to get a correct front sight picture. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on elevation first, and what we'll do is we'll rotate the turret in the up direction to basically bring the red dot down. Is it vibrating too much, or?
Nope.
You see it coming down?
Yep, it's actually down.
Tell me when to stop.
Right there.
Right there?
You're like literally at the top of the post.
Okay. And now we'll start working on the windage. And since the dot is to the right, what we'll do is we will also rotate to the right in order to bring the dot to the left. I want to stop. Keep right now?
Right there.
Really? So basically that's what your front sight picture is supposed to look like. Again, you're going in the opposite directions in order to bring the correct sight picture of the dot right on top of the post. And basically now the red dot sight is co-witnessed with the front sight post, and we'll head out to the range and we'll do a real world application of this and see if we can hit the targets. Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for looking at the second video. We're at the Angeles shooting range in Sylmar, California, and I wanted to end this two-part video series with some actual range time to show that the methodology that I use to hit the targets actually works in the world. So we'll just load up and get to the shooting.
Rounds are hitting the camera.
Good to go.
want to shoot Yeah.